Today we're going to have some fun with AI, and we are going to take and make a video from a still image. So this is a simple thing that you can do. I'm using a program called OpenArt AI. It does require a subscription, I will tell you that up front, but it's pretty reasonable. And if you are trying to do something creative, maybe you want to do a movie trailer for a book you're doing, or maybe you just want to have some fun with family pictures, this is a great tool to do that. So the first thing we do is we log into OpenArt AI, and then we go to the home page and we move to video. Now under video, we have a lot of options. We can do frame to video, text to video, and so forth. So for what we want to do today, and this is going to be a real simple process. And I have to say, number one, I do not represent OpenArt AI whatsoever. I am just an independent person having fun with creating things at Suncoast Publishing. So anyway, we're going to go frame to video and keep this super simple. The next thing that we need to do is we need to add a start frame. And for what we're doing today, we're only going to add a start frame, not an end frame. So I am going to go to my book images. And no, actually, you know what? Let's go and do the front cover of my book that I'll be launching soon. Let's start with that. So you can see here, the image has popped up now. Now we don't need, for what we're going to do here, we don't need to add a frame. And we're working in the model Seed Dance 2.0, but there's other options that you can choose from to go ahead and do your video from. But we're going to stick with Seed Dance for this particular video. The next thing we want to do is describe what we want the model to do. So we're telling AI what we want it to do. So let's have the girl sitting on the car kiss the police officer and walk away. Have him smile, showing his dimples. Gotta have dimples. And watch her walk away. Have the words "Remember me" move forward and take up the screen. Let's see what that does. What I want to do is pull the words "remember me" out to the front. So let's see if we can do that. All right, the next thing we need to check is that we want the audio off here. Now, if I wanted them to say something to each other, I could click the audio on and do that. But for this exercise, we're going to keep the audio off. When you do choose the audio option, it does take more tokens. So when you buy the subscription, you're buying tokens. And each action you take costs a token. So some can be as little as 25 tokens all the way up to, I think, 400 tokens. I'm not entirely sure. But every action does require tokens. So then the next thing we want is the mode to be normal. So we can make it fast or we can make it normal. So for the purposes of this, we're going to keep it normal. And then we need to know the output. So when you click on the output box, you can change the aspect ratio of your video. So I want to use this on my website and on Facebook. So I'm going to make this a 16:9 aspect ratio, which is kind of that landscape look, if you will. And then 1080p, I'm going to switch that because I don't want that to be, that's going to take up a lot of megabytes. So let's just keep it simple for this purpose and just make it 480p. And then we'll make it about 7 seconds. But if I want to change that, all I do is just move the slider and I can change the length of time on that. but I think we're going to keep this. Let's keep this about 7 seconds. We don't need it to be too long. Okay, and then here it's just one of four, so we only want one. You could make more than one video if you want. I'm just going to keep it one of four. And the next thing we'll do is we'll select generate. So once we do that, you'll see up here that the video is generating, and this takes a little bit of time to do. So once this is done generating, I will come back and we will see the finished product. Okay, now we have our image, and if I want to download it, all I have to do is click on this download button and it will download the file for me. So let's take a look and see what we got. So there's the kiss. He's smiling. She's walking away. Perfect. I love it. So now I can put this on YouTube or Facebook and promote the book. So I hope you learned a little something, and I want you to go and give this a try. There are other programs out there besides OpenArt. This is just the one that I happen to be the most familiar with. So talk to you soon.